Hey kids, it's Mark Miller. Welcome. We'll have Rory with us joining us in about an hour. Fred's over there with me. Fred, you got any plans for this week? I know you're taking the rest of the week off, I think. Is that right? Yeah, got plans? Yeah. Fred doesn't want to say anything. All right. Anyway, welcome everybody. Today we're starting a brand new project. I'm calling this project the Card Factory. Let's start up some Code Rush music here. We are going to design it and build it. It's going to be mostly in WPF, but there are aspects of the Card Factory that switch, that kind of extend over certainly into TypeScript. We're going to be connecting with Streamloot's API as well. Hey, Smash 8 Tap, welcome. How's the music? Is it too loud? I'm getting the feeling it might be too loud. Might drop it down just a bit there. Let me know what you want to do with that music there, Smash 8 Tap. Welcome. So let's talk about what it's going to do. We'll create a new slide here. I guess the functionality or the goals I need this thing to, the functionality, what I need it to do. Okay with the music. Okay, cool. I need it to be able to generate about 600 gorgeous, unique cards that with thematic elements that match the content of the card. The cards are essentially for viewers to join in playing D&D on a live stream. That's what's going on with the cards there. So ultimately, we're going to create about 600 of these. Out of those, about 400 of those. Actually, it's more than 600. I think it's about 800. Out of those, 400 of those are spells the viewers can gift to players. I think about 200 of those are spells the viewers can cast. And about 200 of those are potions. No, sorry. They are monsters the viewers can spawn. Monsters or heroes that the viewers can spawn. There's also a handful of them. There's probably about 30 that are like miscellaneous, like die rolls. Add advantage. We're gonna use C#. We're gonna be in C# for most of this show, and I think a few future shows down the line. I'm taking tomorrow and Thursday off this week, so I'll be back. So we'll do this show today, and then we'll continue it again next Tuesday. We have about that, and then there's also items. There's probably about 100 items like that. So I think we're now at 900 gorgeous, unique cards we have to create with thematic elements that match the content of the card. We are not going to custom hand draw each one. We're going to sandwich and manipulate, put pieces together, thematic elements together. We're going to build this in WPF. It's going to be data-driven to some extent. We're going to go out and look at, for example, we'll generate a whole bunch of cards for level 1 spells. And those, because they're level 1, will probably have a specific thematic element where there's going to be some random tweaking of the elements and combining of the elements. That'll be happening as well. But because this task is so huge, we cannot do anything but do this automatically. So we have to do it automatically. But again, the criteria is they have to be gorgeous and unique. So that's what we're talking about, creating a bunch of images. We're also, it's also got to, let's do this. Let's take this, and I'm going to get rid of that. I want to create a new card here. 900 cards. And then I'll paste that in there. The cool thing is these we've already got data for. So we have data including pictures for most of the spells and pictures for most of the monsters. So that is going to be good. These are going to have to be like hand done to some degree, but I want to add tools, and we'll add this here right here, tools to easily modify a generated card. We also want tools to manage decks of cards, including the submission of those cards to a monetization service. The cards will be sold and then played. That also related to this, we need to create our own overlay to show when cards are played, and we have to are played or maybe transferred / held. For example, a player could hold a card in the player's hand. So we have to visually show that, and that's going to be in TypeScript. Everything else will be in C#. And we have to modify our D&D engine, our D&D game engine, to support cards. And just to give you an idea in terms of the card lifetime in the game can be instantaneous, so it's a card played immediately. It can be up to instantaneous, up to the player's end of turn, up to the player's next turn. It might expire, or at end of game, or indefinite. So it can last between games. All right, so maybe somebody gives me a magic ring, and that might last forever across games or something like that. Or it might have a number of uses, something along those lines. Or it might add a number of charges in it, like that. Something like that. Card lifetime. So it might have a number of charges in it. Okay, so that's kind of the goals here in terms of what we're trying to build. The look of this thing, I guess, we'll title this, and I'm typing that in because I really don't have a strong sense of it yet. But we need, there's a couple things. I think we need our decks like this. I don't have my storyboard plugin here. It looks like that's a little bit disappointing because I thought I had it. So we might have a list of decks here. Let me make a quick list box here. So we have our decks that we've created, and we can have a name for those decks, like Power Level 1 or something like that, whatever we want to call it. we're going to have the cards. Cards will have different names like the Disruptor, Cast, Force Cage, Cast, Magic Missile, Magic Missile Spell, Scroll, Magic Missile Scroll. So we'll have scrolls, we'll have the ability to cast spells immediately, and we'll have named cards. But basically each card will have a name to it. And then over here we're going to have the card, let's call this layers. And we're going to say background, cover, gem. Just kind of doing the different layers here, kind of thinking about what we're going to put in here. Skeleton hand. So I think it goes like this. We're going to have a card preview right over here. I think I have an image of a sample card I can go find, and we can put up here. Coney Gorilla, what are the cards for? The cards are for players watching the Dungeons and Dragons game. They can buy the cards from Streamloots, which is a service out there. I'll show you that. And here I'll hold on a second. Let me bring up. I'll bring up the page that I started working on over here for the D&D show. Creator dashboard. I'll bring it up on screen in just a second. Here we go. Coming up. So right here is what we're talking about right there. And so these are examples of like what a card might look like. So here's a sample card that I kind of mocked up here to kind of get a sense of what they're going to look like. So the idea is that you can go out to Streamloots, you can buy a pack of cards, you get the cards, and then you can now play them during the live stream. When you play a card, I want to integrate it into the D&D engine. So if it's modifying a roll, everything happens automatically. It modifies the roll, and the player's the name of the viewer who played the card will show up with the die as it's rolling out. That's what I'm looking for. So the cards, holy cow. Do I have my time wrong? Are you like here like 45 minutes early, or did I just go for an hour and think it was only 15 minutes?
So, good news, bad news?
Oh, okay. You're not going to be...
I'm available now. Bad news, I've got about an hour and 15, if that's all right.
That's cool. That's awesome, Rory. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's all right.
I'm taking the rest...
I saw you were messing with cards, and that looks really cool.
Yeah, we're going to, you know, as usual, we're doing... Coding Gorilla says, good morning, Rory.
Hey!
Fred's waving, too. He says, hi, Rory. How you doing? We're going to build about 1,000 cards that are going to be gorgeous and unique. Yes.
Wow.
We're going to do it. Now, we always start every project, I think, with you and maybe everybody else watching going, oh, no. Right? That's how we started Fireball.
Yeah.
We started Fireball project the same way. I'm going to have fire in my hands. And we're going to get back to Fireball, but we're going here now. So this is, I am taking steps to monetize the Dungeons and Dragons stream, a separate stream, not this one, because I got actors who are working for free for me. And so I'm like, let's monetize and get these guys some money. So that's
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do. This stream, I'm not monetizing at all. You know, I suppose I should figure something out, like give away money to charity or something like that. I haven't done anything because all I want to do is write code. But the other one, we're going to focus on it. So, and we've got about 900 different cards that we can put into play. Out of those, about 600 are easily generated based on my calculations. 600 to 800 are relatively easily generated from data. So making them unique, all of that. And then there's maybe another set that, you know, maybe take longer. But I think at the very least, within, I think about 3 weeks, we'll have 600 cards in play. And we'll integrate, this project's going to span all kinds of areas. We're going to go into TypeScript a little bit. We're going to have to create our own replacement. So one of the cards we wanted to get was whisper a secret instruction to the dungeon master. And in order to make that work automatically without, you know, it slowing down the game, it means that we cannot use the overlay that Streamloots gives you whenever a card is played. We'll have to recreate that overlay. But it'll be worth it because of that one card where we'll be able to secretly, you know, type in a message and it'll secretly go to the dungeon master, and the dungeon master will now have an instruction. Right. There may be other secret aspects of cards as well, too. Like we were talking about, you know, someone's going to fail a roll coming up.
Okay.
Like a total fail when they succeed. And but that player's been named in advance, but the players don't know. Only the dungeon master knows. Things like that.
Right.
Right. So that's kind of what we're looking. That's kind of what we're looking to do. So secret fields.
So you're going to give chat room members, people who contribute in some sense, the ability to influence events.
Yes, and the way it'll work, so it's monetized. So you'll go buy a pack of cards for like $2 or something like that, and you'll get I think $3 three cards in the pack. It's about $1 a card if you want to go into the lowest level, and Streamloots takes care of the heavy lifting of managing the list that's out there, of randomly selecting. I say heavy lifting, but it's code I don't want to write. And they take care of the transfer of money as well, which is I don't want to write
transfer
that code
of money,
either.
the shopping cart, all that stuff that you'd ideally just don't want to play with.
I don't want to play with that right now. So they're going to do all of that. The cool thing is if I ever want to step away from Streamloots, it'll be not hard to do because we'll have everything, all the data, all the images ready. They're all going to look gorgeous, that sort of thing. Anyway, okay. So that's kind of what we're doing. And it's going to go into the code we write will go into the game engine as well, right? We're going to have playing cards with events like on played, on transferred, or on received maybe, right? So if I give a card to someone, right, they now own that card. They're the receiver. So we're going to fire that card's event on received. It's going to execute C# code. And that C# code is going to be sent to our script engine, our D&D script engine. So we'll be able to do things like cast spells, change future die rolls, all those things. So I'm pretty excited. It's a super ambitious project, and we're starting off today in WPF. We're just going to try and create something. Our goal today is to create something that looks maybe a little like this, but I have to, I have to confess, I'm not like a WPF expert one. I'm not an MVVM guy at all, and I've forgotten how to do the master detail stuff already. So I'm dealing with a brain that's a little bit like, Well,
that's okay. We'll all learn as we go then.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to learn as we go. So the layers are here. There's two important buttons here, right, that need to go in this layer, somewhere near the layers piece. There's going to be add foreground element. Something like that. Let's get that spelled correctly. Let's make this look a little more like a button. Like that. Okay, so we've got add foreground element and add background element down here. So what this is going to allow me to do, so what's going to happen here is when we build each card, we're going to have these layers that are set up by the different card styles. Now let me start giving you a peek into my file folder structure. And that's when I think you're going to start thinking, oh, clever, Mark Miller. Clever. let's see. I was downloading a whole bunch of potions, by the way. I did this last night. I was like,
Nice.
look at the potions here, because I want to have a bunch of potions as well. So I was downloading a bunch just to look at them, and I got a bunch of licensed ones, as well as ones that are not licensed, just because I wanted to get a sense of style. Yeah. Here, let's open this folder, because this is going to get us close. Here we go. All right, so Card Factory, assets. This potions maybe goes somewhere else, to be fair. Let me cut that and get rid of that. Let's bring this down here. Let's create a new folder. I'm going to call it like R&D.
Sure.
And then I'll put the potions in there. Okay, so we'll look at the potions there later. All right, I've got 2 folders, Witchcraft and Infinite Stones. Let's look at Infinite Stones first. It's easier. Infinite Stones consists of 3 layers, 3 PNGs. The PNGs have numbers in brackets to indicate what layer they're at. Good. This is the background, and this is the foreground. And I've divided these pieces up because I want to be able to tools to manage deck of cards, tools to easily modify, generate card. Let me create a slide for this, and I'll give you a sense of what we're doing here. Tools to visually modify cards. We are going to have hue shifting on each layer. And I think we're going to have brightness as well.
Yeah.
Brightness shifting on each layer. Brightness and well, maybe let's say saturation. Saturation adjust on each layer. Okay, I'm not sure about brightness yet. I don't know if that's really needed, but definitely hue shifting and saturation adjust. We are going to have some layers will support moving. Okay. Maybe and could be locked only in horizontal or vertical. Perhaps, with lock support. Okay, like that.
I like this because based just even on the graphics that you've shown so far and what you're saying here, you've basically got the most, I don't know, low-level peasant-style card that you can have, and then you can just dress it up in increasingly large degrees. And of course, as you're saying here, at each level you can change the color, you can change the saturation. I imagine some of them are going to have glitter effectively coming off the sides, a bit like the scroll that we have, right? Wouldn't it be useful if we had an engine that already had these features built in?
We got one, Rory.
Oh, hey, check it out. We've got one.
We could do it. We could do it. We could add emitter effects. I don't think I'm going to do it, but we could do it. We could add emitter effects at key locations. I'm not ruling this out because I actually like the idea of the card coming in and the emitter there. Oh, the other thing we're going to do let's go. Might as well add this slide up here. The card visualization will include spinning cards as they are dealt.
Nice.
I want the card to spin in and slow the spin as it slows down as it approaches. I want to look like it's being dealt. And so when a user plays a card, it'll come up, we'll see it. And then if it's going to go into somebody's hand, it'll spin and then go to that hand, that player's hand. Spinning cards as they are dealt. Cards held. So there'll be another kind of, small thing of cards here in front of the player, and we'll be able to hit a key and they'll come out and we can see all the cards I've got, and then hit another key and it comes back down. Cards held. I'll call that the card fan out, like that, where we show all the cards.
There's a very similar effect to the effects that we had before. I forget. No, we didn't call them effects. The things that would be negatively or positively affecting a character, stackable blocks.
Yeah.
I forget what we called them, but similar kind of thing.
Yes, yeah, we have, those are the conditions I think you're thinking about.
That's the one.
And we also
Yeah.
have the indicator for when spells are concentrated on that come up and down.
Indeed.
Let me just do a quick spell that requires concentration. Spider climb. This UI right here is what we're talking about. Right there. And so I can hide that and I can bring it back like that kind of thing. When I say hide it, it brings it down, but my name tag is normally right there, just like Fred's name tag is right there.
Sure.
So that's kind of what's going on there. Let me just quickly break concentration on that so we're not looking at that. So, by the way, if that's your first time looking at this stuff, that is the kind of level of quality we're talking about building that we want to build on this stuff. All right, so this is going to be in TypeScript. Everything else, if I'm not specifically saying TypeScript, that means it's going to be in C#. Uh-oh. Look out, Rory. Hey, Jetsam, how you doing?
Jetsam.
Good morning. Is it weird, Roy, for you to say good morning when it's like probably dark over there?
It's very well at the moment because I'm early. It is a little light out, but it's going to disappear quick. But yeah, that is so strange.
Okay.
But that's the global nature of this kind of show, eh?
It is.
All that reach.
So here we go. We're going to have these layers. When we hit a layer, we're going to be able to have some adjustments for it. I'm going to make a quick slider here. Like this. Let's change this fill. And that looks good. That's a pretty good looking slider. If I do say so myself, let's give it a name up here. We're going to call it hue. Like that. And let's take all that. Let's group it. Let's bring it down here. And we're going to call this saturation. I'm not sure about brightness. Just not sure about that. Because I think we don't need it. I think when I get to a point where I realize I need it, I'll be like, oh, okay, now we'll add it. But I'm not going to add it till I need it. Okay, so for whatever layer is selected, we have controls for that layer.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we have. Maybe we'll have like the words layer controls up here. And I think that's kind of it for the simple look at this. Now, here's the deal. These number of cards, we're probably going to get like between, I would say, 20 and 50 in a deck, is my guess.
Okay.
That's my guess. These are probably going to have, we're going to probably have here about, I would say, 9 to 30 power levels, decks, different decks. Is what I'm not exactly sure how I want to divide these up yet, but that's kind of what's going on here. Now, also, we talk about areas that, tech areas this is going to expand to. Let's kind of overview those for a second. Tech areas this project will touch. It's big. So we've got, we're going to be reading and writing from Google Sheets, which will store all of our data, which will store the whole, all of our cards, all the settings.
Database.
Yeah, store all of our data. I'm not sure if there's a save button here or not. If we're going to save, if it's going to save automatically. I think we're going to save automatically on after changes. That's what I think we're going to do. It's going to touch some, there's going to be some, well, definitely some C#, WPF, TypeScript. We're going to be interfacing with the Streamloots API.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be done in C#. I feel like there's more, but Well, we've got the graphic kind of layering. We've got automatic generation.
So in a kind of a timeline-driven thing, we're going to start this process by creating cards, and then we're going to add them to decks, and those decks will be published as purchasable in some way. Some kind of a random element to it, perhaps? Is that what you're thinking? Like you buy kind of an enclosed set of cards, but you don't know what you're getting necessarily?
That's what Streamloots does. Exactly.
Yeah. So then we get that data back, and we store who actually owns what cards. And
we're
then
not. We're not doing that. Streamloots is going to manage that part of it. What we're doing is we're going to store all of our card generation settings. So, for example, if we generate, there's more we need here. We need to be able to, we need something that says add. We need a button or some way to add spells. Like a button there. Let's just take this format, paint that with it. Interesting. It didn't change the text. Okay. So we need an add spells button here, I think.
Okay.
We need an add creature spawns. Like this button. And those are going to go generate a whole bunch of these cards. We need that. We need those two buttons. We are eventually going to need an add items, but I don't have a database of items yet, so we can't do those. Things like, you put on a ring and you become invisible or something like that. So then that also means, we also need just a plain old ordinary add card.
Yes.
Like that. This is what I think we're going to do today. I think we're going to build this add card like that right there.
So when you say add card, it's effectively a thing in a deck that is purchasable, which, as you say, Streamloots is going to take care of. So then that now means people can purchase these things, and now we then need to be able to react. That is to say, we need to accept commands in the chat and then look up things that they currently own associated with their user, and then take action dependent on what the nature of the thing itself is.
Yeah, so that also means it's going to be our D&D engine. It's going to be our TypeScript overlays. It's going to touch overlays.
Naturally, Twitch style messaging between all of these.
Yeah,
which is not Twitch style. Well, I guess it's picking up from the chat room, but it's also what's the technology we use to link it all together? SignalR.
Yep, there's going to be SignalR in there as well. This is ambitious and big, is what this is. But we're starting anew today. So we need an add card button. Over here we're going to need an add deck button, like this. So I propose we try to do this. We try to go, let's get this button in. Let's get this button working. Let's get the layers working.
So in your image there, you might imagine, for example, that at the moment, in this state that we're seeing, power level 1 is selected. It is the deck we are modifying, and it currently has those 4 cards in it, one of which might be selected and have those 4 layers in it.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
so it's a master detail kind of logic.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hey, this is really not a good time. Back that up! Back off!
Well, there you go.
Yeah. How you doing, Pudding? It's good to see you. We should watch this clip with Rory. What clip? Pudding time. See what he thinks about it. Rory's here. Oh, this clip right here? What's going on here?
Right.
Was this the one where I get in trouble? Dad, can we do something fun? This is not fun for me. Campbell's thinking about how to kick us out. Do you want me to kick out Ocular Malice?
No. I feel like if we're gonna have a conversation between you and Pudding, you both need to be able to talk like as fast, equally as fast as each other.
Yeah.
So if we were gonna do that, we would need to bring pudding on the show. So.
Bring pudding on the show if we're going to do that. Object pulling. Bring pudding on the show. All right. Something we got to do. All right. So this is what I think it's going to look like right here. I'm feeling kind of good about this. I kind of feel like what I want these to do, I want these things to be kind of fast. So when we do an ad card, Campbell asked me to Rory for his show. That's true. I kind of want to create a new control for these that I've been envisioning. And the control is, here, let's do this. Let's copy this. And it's new control. I don't want to get too distracted here, but it's the, it's called the button menu.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it looks like you can probably guess. It's got this. Is this really? It's kind of a lot like a combo box.
Right.
It's a combo box that acts like a button, though. It's going to look like it's like a combo box, but it looks like a button. Is kind of what I'm getting at here.
That sounds like the sort of drop-down buttons that you can get.
Yeah, it's a drop-down button is what it is. You know, I don't know. I'm probably, like, this is me. As I just realized I do this, I'm thinking, probably DevExpress has got it, something like this. I should know it, and I don't. But yeah, it's kind of like this. I want a button that drops down some pieces. I was going to write that myself.
So there's a thing directly above that says align text in the ribbon right above you. Is that what you're talking about? A little lower, actually, on the ribbon. Left of it.
Wait. Okay.
There.
Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about this. No,
Yeah.
no, this is
So
just...
if you press that, it does something. But if you drop it down, you get alternatives.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, I guess. And then we hit it. So it's that's exactly what I see what you're saying. Yes.
But you don't have to drop it down. You can just push it. And I think it's the most recent version that it obeys. Maybe not that one.
No,
I've seen
this
buttons
one
work
doesn't.
that way anyway.
No. This is definitely, there's a choice coming when you hit this. I just don't want to put a lot of effort into the UI. I just want to have it just come straight up. Is kind of what I want to do. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Something like that, an ad card kind of thing that does this, and then when you drop it down, it gives you the menu. The pieces come right down here, and it looks like this, and these are your choices. So it's really a lot like a combo box, but it's not limited by this size necessarily. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, and it's more like this, right? These aren't limited by the size. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's something the combo box can do for us already in WPF. I bet there could be just a styling thing that we can do to solve that problem. But that's kind of what I'm looking for, like that, the button menu.
Okay.
So I say new control, but you know, folks who are more expert at this are probably already like, dude, that's already there. In fact, let's search for that right now. Let's see if we can find that. WPF button menu. Let's just try that. Make custom button display a menu. All right, we'll hold this up. We'll keep this in this space. All right, over here in the D&D app, let's bring up Solution Explorer. Let's pin it here for a second. Let's unpin this for a second. Did I do that right? That should be not pinned anymore. There we go. Okay. Let's get the Coders music back on again. I want to create a new project. I'm going to do it in this space is where I'm going to do it. .NET Framework. WPF app. All right. Project name is going to be...
I really look forward to you being able to push the create button and it functioning perfectly like it has not any other time we've tried this.
Shoot, you're right.
I know that comes off really, really sarcastic, but how is it possible this still doesn't work?
Roy, I love how smart you are. That's what I love. All right, I'm starting a new instance of
I'm
Visual
so smart. I
Studio.
don't remember how you did this or got round it before.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. We're going to create a new project over there, and then we're going to add it in this one. Is what we're going to do because you know, dumb. WPF app. That's what I want. Next, let's go grab that. We're going to put it in this space right here. We'll call it the card maker. Got some dogs who think something serious is happening outside. I don't know if you can hear them or not, Rory.
Yeah. They're just like mine. Anything is considered serious, however.
Project name.
Like
what's my
mailman.
solution name is card maker. Okay, in the same directory. Yes.
Bird.
I think that's what I want to do. Do I want to do that or do I want to not do this? I don't want to get two card maker folders.
The thing is, if you don't place it in the same directory, it will make a folder for the project.
Yeah.
Actually, you could argue you could then scoop that folder.
Yeah, I think this is what I want. That's what I think I want. So let's see here. Solution Explorer. Let's go take a look at it. We're put it out there. Open folder in File Explorer. Yeah, it gave me two. You suckers. All right. So I hate this. All right. So I'm going to do this. I'm taking this one out and I'm going to paste. Oh, no, because we've got it here. Hold on. I'm not taking that out. I'm taking all of this. I'm going to cut all of that. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste it all in. And something says it's open. Very so awesome. Okay. We're closing this down. Try again. There we go. Now this should be empty. Delete this one. So the answer was no, we didn't want it to do that because it was going to give us one anyway, apparently. Now I've got card maker in here. This solution is no good, but I don't really care about it. I think I'm going to delete it. Well, I don't know. I'll need to edit it to make a change to this thing.
I mean, unless you want to edit it on its own, that solution is of no use to you anyway. You're just going to include it in the previous solution.
Yeah,
anyhow.
It's only useful if I want to, if I want to like not load all these other projects and just open that one up and build, like for faster load times. All right, let's add the project. I think this might have been what we did before, Rory, to be honest. Wait, why am I not seeing the project here? That's not cool with me. Wait, I still have two folders? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I'm like really confused about what I'm seeing. Did I create a second card maker? I think I did. Hold on. Like in practice, I think I was.
Oh, okay.
I did. Let me open that up. Or is that the one we just
done this
did?
before?
Well, I don't know. What did I do? Not loaded correctly. Nope, that's not the one. That's the wrong one. Did I have another one in the history? I don't. I'm not sure I got this other card maker. What is going on with that? I kind of want to explore it a second. Like, what's the time on this? 10:21, that's like a couple days ago? That's interesting. Okay, let's do this. Let me open this in a new window. I'm going to open this up just to refresh my memory in terms of what the heck's going on in here. And then we're going to quickly close it and get rid of it. I think run away from it.
Okay.
Or is it just simply card maker window? Oh, I was just doing a test to see if I could save the PNG. And the code I wrote, I basically got this export to PNG call, made the call to see if I could overlay multiple layers with transparencies, export the PNG. That's what's going on there. Okay, so that card maker is got a bad name, and we want to get rid of that. We want to delete that.
It's a research project.
Yeah, that's a research project. Okay. So back over here, into Code Rushed, Mr. Announcer Bot. This is the card maker project I want to add. Okay, there it is right there. Let's get this other, while we're here, let's get this other code, export to PNG. Let's copy that and put that out in the new, let's come out in this space over here. All right, view code. And I'm going to just throw this in here for now. We're going to move this to some graphic helper, tool helper somewhere. Okay.
All right.
Let's stick some controls on here. I've never really liked working with grids. I've never really got the hang of them where I'm like, oh yeah, these are really awesome.
Yeah.
Should I change that for today? What do you think, Rory?
I'm a complete novice in this area. I'm sort of stack panels most of the time.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
I do the small amount of WPF that I have.
So
I think it comes from my familiarity with the web, which is sort of this flow-based layout. Starts top left, drifts to the right.
Yeah.
New lines, things like that.
Yeah. So I'm going to do I'm going to across the top. I think I need a menu. I think I'm going to need a menu. Is what I think I'm going to need. Okay. How do I do a menu? I've never done like a main menu before. Looks
As
like
in like traditional
close.
file menu kind of thing.
Menu item. Hello. How's that look? I'm not seeing anything up there.
Right. If you're looking for traditionally menu things, got a link for you there.
I got some.
Looks like the same one you found.
Yeah. Where's my text though? Oh, I have to specify header. It's not between the piece. It's not here. It looks like it's header. And then I need to say like file, like that, for example. Is that right?
Underscore is the
there you go.
Which is the alt character you can use.
What'd you say, Roy?
The underscore used there is to represent the ampersand character in previous variations. Basically, it means it's the alt character, alt F for file in this case.
Right. Okay, cool. So I've got that. I've got my menu up there. So I've got the vertical stack. The next thing I want to do is I think I want to do a status box. And is this a dock panel? A dock panel? I think it might be because I think I need to use a dock panel when I need left and right alignment. Because I want to put something on the left and something on the right is what I want to do. So on the left, I want to put a text block that says TXB status message like this. And the text is like going to be say status message like that. I want to set its background to like a kind of a yellow, but really I want it to be a light yellow. So let's see here. What's going on here? Coding Gorilla, because
Coding Gorilla was just asking why you didn't create a new project in the solution. I was just saying you've got a strange VS issue which prevents your create button ever being enabled when you're adding a new project.
Yeah.
We haven't figured out why.
What's going in here? Where's CodeRush? Oh my God. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, hold on. CodeRush options. I'm trying to figure out why I don't have a color picker here. Am I about to report an issue? Kids?
Can you pick it just by clicking the actual yellow rather than the word yellow?
Yeah, no, I think I tried that too. But, well, I don't know. Maybe that's Visual Studio. No. I'm control clicking. Nothing's working here. I just want a light yellow. Man, what is it? Can I do it with yeah, I can. Okay, so yellow is going to be like red and whoops, not blue, red and green and a little bit of blue like there. Right? Did I get that right? I've got one extra. All right, better. So more of this. Let's go to B. All right, there. That's what I'm looking for. Hold on, let me report a quick issue here. Kids, why don't I have control click on the color here in XAML with the CodeRush color picker? I'm trying to figure that out. Went into options, search for color. Looking for, maybe I was going to find a, something that, enable. Whoa, why is that off? I just upgraded a new version today, by the way. Is that why? It was off. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, this is more what I want. Anyway, I want to be able to come in there like that, make that a little bit better. Okay, so there's my status message. I want to put a border on that too, so we can see it's distinct from it. Do I have to put a border on it? I guess I do. There's no outline kind of property. I think I have to stick it in a border. Okay, so let's do that. Border, nope. I thought I had a template for it. I apparently don't. There's the dock panel. Border brush is equal to, I'll do that one, then I'll use CodeRush to give it something more interesting. Kind of like, I don't know, there, very low saturation. Let's try something like that. And border thickness is 1. Like that. Okay.
Coding Gorilla says there is an actual status bar controller, or at least there used to be.
I don't think I necessarily want the same thing.
Okay.
But let me check. Let's see what I got here. Status bar. This is my status. Yeah. Can I put a button in here? Doesn't look like I can put a button in there. Maybe I can. Hello. I just got to put some text in to see it. Horizontal alignment is equal to the right. It's not putting it on the far right side. That's what I wanted to do, is get it way off on the right over there. I could do this. Yeah, I kind of want to have the visualization is kind of a little more specific there. Use status bar item. Whoa. I didn't see that. Oh, yes. This is cool. And then I can put my button here. Is that right? And, okay, I still want to get, can I align this to the right? Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay, cool. So we're going to just grab the background from here. We're going to delete all of that. Who's that? Coding Gorilla? Thanks so much
indeed.
for that, Coding Gorilla. Sweet. Okay, cool. Coding Gorilla, you're my hero.
Always.
It's true. All right, cool. So now we've got kind of something more along the lines of what I wanted here. We're going to get that button, bring that down. I want to get, I think I want to do the same background color here as well, right here. Can I do that? No, I can't do a background. Why can't I? Why doesn't a button have a background? It does. Oh, I'm missing just the end quote right there, like that. And then let's also change the border so there's no border. Is there a border option right here? Border thickness is 0. Sweet. That's what I wanted. So now I've got my status bar. I want to give it a name. I guess status bar. Like that. So I just want to be able to say things like, here's the thing that just happened. And then we can dismiss it, or maybe it goes away, or maybe it's just dismissible. It's only dismissible. Let's get an on click over here. Sorry, this should have been button close status message. Let's go tab to next reference out here. Let's do a rename from this. And then what we want to do here is we want to say status bar dot visibility. Exception file load exception. Let's see if there's, I don't know if this is CodeRush or not, but I'm going to report this issue. Kids, I just hit Control Space here, I think, to do, to bring up, to bring this up, to bring up IntelliSense. Looking for something, failed to get product pre-selected extension name. This could be with the new version I've got here. That I've got. Take a look at that. I'll send you the activity log. I'll attach that to the issue. Let me just do this. Report the issue. Unable. It looks like it's. Let me just double check the log here. Is there anything else in the log that I missed that was happening before that was important? What's this? It's having problem loading an assembly is what it is. And there we go. CodeRush right over there in that list. This is different, this latest one, but take a look at this part of the log here too, just in case. All right, for kids not knowing what's going on, wait, what's Mark doing? I'm reporting Code Rush issues because we are live dog fooding Code Rush. Errors in the activity log. And what's cool about this is my log files, my Code Rush log files go across. A link to the video goes across so people, the dev team can look at it. Very cool way to do this. All right, so status bar, why am I not seeing visibility? Oh, I'm not seeing anything now. Let's turn off Code Rush's IntelliRush, see if we can just get Visual Studio. Oh, look at that. Turn it back on. Can you make a note in that one, Rory, to have the devs look for watch just a little bit longer? Because, yeah, IntelliRush is not coming up, but Visual Studio's IntelliSense appears to do it. One more time, let me just double check. Be sure it's not a sequence of keys. Yeah, that is definitely an issue. Yeah, so...
Just on a only very slightly related note, Mark, I'm looking in the chat, and you actually started another issue.
I should be
before
good.
You started this one. This is going to be okay?
Yeah, it should be good, because it's built, as I recall, so that if whatever the latest one I hit, that's the start time marker.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. Fair enough then.
Yeah, so we should be good. Okay. All right, so I'm going to say status bar.visibility. By the way, yeah, I've got a new feature here that I'm supposed to be testing out. I'll show it to you maybe in a little bit. We'll say this is going to be hidden, like that. Okay, so we've got that is there. Somewhere we're going to need to create a method. Might as well do it now. Called show status, like this. I'm only going to support one at a time. You know, if this were an app I was shipping to people, I would, you know, allow these to be stackable. But because
absolutely, we've got to be clear that this is the builder facility that you're going to use yourself to assemble the data in the right way.
Yeah.
So we're not going to ship this to dozens of other people, hundreds of other people. This is pretty much for you.
Yeah, it's for me. Isn't that funny? It's like I've been writing a lot of apps for just me. So we're going to say it's now equal to visible. Then we're going to say status bar.text. Is that what it's going to be? Message. Do I have to add a new status item for it? Maybe I do. No, this is it's content. It's probably content is what it is. Oh, come on. What is it? What's the property? It's right here. I've typed in, this is my status, right? What is it? Status?
Child?
No. It should have been content. All right, fine. I'm going to go look it up. I can't believe it's this. I'm having this much problems with discoverability. WVF status bar. You know, what's the text property? What are you out there? Status. Wait. Yeah, okay. So what? No, stop. What is it? Yeah, they're doing this. That's not telling me what the answer is to the question. I could do that, but you know, fine. I'm going to do it. Just irritating me. What's the property? Come on. How could this be this hard? What's the default? It's the default content property. What is it? Okay, yeah, I can see that, but you know why I've got anxiety? Because look, this is my status. It's showing up here. The status bar has a default property for content that's defined when it's there. I wonder if I can drill into it and see it in the declaration.
I mean, I feel like any container control should just have an array of content regardless. Right, and the first of those items in this case is pretty much what you're on about.
All right, fine. I'm just going to add it. I'm adding a status item, and we're going to just never know the answer to the question. We'll never know. Nothing makes me sadder. All right, status bar item like that. X name is equal to going to be SB message like that, and then we'll put this is my status. Okay, there we go. I will maybe come up in here and say visibility is equal to hidden. Like that. We're going to hide it. And then we're going to come up here. We're going to say SB message dot text. no dot content. There we go. At least I got a content there is equal to message. Oh my gosh. Okay. This would be the moment if I worked for Microsoft where I would go find the person who wrote this, and I'd say, come here, come into my room. We're going to talk. We need to talk about this. All right,
Never mind the baseball bat in the corner.
No, there's no baseball bat. I don't need to do that. Let's get that fixed right there. There's that export to PNG. I'm going to immediately just get a new class in here. Let's create a new class called our image helper. Image helper. Image helper. Let's put the method in there. I think we can make this static like that. Make this static as well. Get rid of that. And let's throw it in its own file. Okay, move type to file. All right, so I've got my export to PNG, which is what I need. Let's see. Just to remind you, for folks who may be coming in late, where we're going with this. Wait, where's the? Here we go. We're going to create these layers, and we're going to modify the different layers to show different color combinations. Oh, looks like I lost Rory. See if we can get him back. Oh,
back again?
No, he's back.
Something disappeared there for a second.
Yeah, well, that's amazing. You're gone. All right, so check this out. So this one was simple, infinite stones. But now watch what happens when we go into witchcraft. Witchcraft has some choices: common, epic, legendary, or rare. Okay, and it's got shared back layer adornments and shared top layer adornments. So for example, I've got these kinds of pieces that I can stick on top. Okay, these are like bookmarks at the bottom right here. If I go into Epic, I've got this. There's the back for it. There's what the front looks like. There's the pages. The pages are separate so that when we change the color of the book, the pages stay the same page-like color. I've got the vines out in front. I've got the leaves separate as well. So all of these can be done separately and automatically. We can create a program that goes through and says, well, these are things that I can color shift, and these are things I can't. If it says pages, don't color shift. If it says black, don't color shift. Also, look, we're going to have text going sideways here, which means we need. This is going to be a sophisticated app. We need to be able to for a particular card folder, right? To be able to set options. Like here's where the text goes. Yeah. So when I'm in a folder. Right? So for witchcraft, right, I'm going to say, okay, here's where the text goes. Maybe for common, I'll set it up, and then I'll duplicate it for epic and legendary, even though they're about the same. And so I'll be able to say, here's where the text goes. Here's the rotation level on it. Here's the color of the text. So I'll never change the plat color ever, I think, is what I'm likely to do, I think. And then what happens is these start with the word shared, so they won't be as offered as options, but these four don't. So when I choose witchcraft as a style, I'll get a choice of common, epic, legendary, or rare as a sub-style. And then once I do get that, then it'll be one of these kinds of combos. That's kind of what's going on. And these layers just piece all together. That's what's kind of going on. So within each folder, there are pieces that are related for that particular style. And then outside of that, in the shared top and bottom, there are pieces that are in common for all of those. Okay, so now if we just run CardMaker, let's set this as our startup project. Can I run it, or is it going to say, I think it's going to try and compile DHDM, and it's going to get an error with that because I've already got that app running. No, it worked. Sweet.
Cool.
So I've got here, file. Sweet. So let's do let's create a new test menu item to test that status bar so we can make sure that is menu item. Test status, like that. Fine, I'm going to do this, show status. Menu item clicked. Like that. All right, let's run it. All right, showing up down here. File, File, test status, menu item clicked. Sweet. It doesn't have the outer border, and it looks like its alignment is really close to the bottom. Like, I'm not, like when there are descenders that come down, like for the letter G, right? That descender that comes down on the letter G, like that. That's my weirdest G I've ever written. Maybe. All right. But anyway, it shows that the test status works. Okay.
Yes.
I do want to get a border around that. If you've seen the show before, you sometimes will see me continue to make things perfect. Here we go, though. We got a border brush option. Let's take this so we get the same hue, and we'll just make it a little darker than that, and less saturated, and a border thickness of 1, like that. Run that real quick. Take a look at that new look.
Mark, shouldn't we be able to run this in a mode that allows you to do that without restarting?
Yes, you're right. I should just be able to go out and change it. Like right now, like come in here and say, well, okay, wait, let's make it red instead. Like that. Something like this. Boom. And then now, right, I should be able to just come over and see the change. There it is, right, like that. Yeah, so let's keep changing it. Let's do that. There you go. So we got a little red on it around the edges. Let's maybe make the border thickness too. Thanks so much, Roy, for reminding me of that.
Nicer,
yeah.
That's no trouble.
Okay, cool. The border's a little bit too strong. I'm going to lighten it up a bit. Let's go try it again. Getting closer to what's right. I just don't want it to be too distracting, but I also kind of want it to catch your eyes. I think I'm going to say okay with what's going on there. Oh, it's just got focus. Okay. Yeah, just had focus. All right, cool. Nice. Step 1 done. I don't think we need that menu item anymore. So I'm going to, instead of getting rid of it, I'm just going to say hide or hidden. Visibility is hidden. Okay, that's piece 1. Let's go back to our spec. Next, we need a list of known decks.
Yep.
All right, let's do that. So we got our status bar coming down there. The next piece we're going to need is a stack panel. This one is going to be, SP. I called that one main. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of SP main because I don't even need a name for it. I'm going to just call this one SP name here is what I'm going to do, like that. And this one's going to be horizontal. And so we're going to go across, and then I'm going to put a vertical one here. This is going to be called SP Dex, like this. This is going to be vertical. We're going to put a text block in here that's going to say, I don't think we need a name for it. So it's just going to say Dex, like this. We want to have a list box here, LB Dex, like that. And then underneath the list box, we want to have a button that's going to be BTN add deck.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, next, we need a deck. So let's create a class called deck. Boom. Done. Let's move type to file. There it is right there. Who knows what we're going to add there. Let's come in here and let's create. Do I want to put it here? My brain is screaming no. I want to create another class. This is going to be our card maker data class, I think. And this is going to have a list of cards inside of it, a list of decks, all known decks, like this, something like that.
Okay, so this is our root object for our data.
Yeah. So now in here, I'm going to create a new instance, a new property of type card maker data. Wait, why did that only give me data? That was on the clipboard. That. What is going on? New issue. All right, kids, I'm typing in. This isn't something I broke because I was working with templates. I don't think so. So I typed in /, expecting to get that, which is on the clipboard, pasted in. It wasn't. What's /? Do? Why is it changing card maker data to data is my question. I don't get that at all. Hopefully the log is something. I'm not sure what's going on. I may have to send you my templates as well. But that is clearly on the clipboard. I'm pasting. Let's do this. Let's bring up the keystroke visualizer here. And let's paste. There you go. You see shift insert right there, right? And yet when
I can see it making more sense if it was doing so to the property name, but it's to the type of the property, which
it doesn't make any sense
it's
to me.
generating a value which is not a type in the context that we have.
What if I do st to set to true? That one works. That's using the same thing. You know what I think it is?
What's that?
I think there's something in here that we've got called simple type name. And I think simple type name is finding the namespace in the class name without realizing it's got a dot. It's missing a dot there. I think it's taking card maker out. What'd you say?
So it's effectively removing what it sees as duplication.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, if I were to say card maker data again, that's probably going to confuse everybody. Copy that to the clipboard though. I bet we only see one of those removed. So if I type in this, look at that. It's a bug in our simple type name code. Holy cow. Let's fix that, guys. I hope that's new and not like, not been around forever. Looks like a bug in our simple type name code. All right, let's put that into the chat room so the devs get that. Cool, though, that we are, working our way through this. In other words, if I take this and I put this, you might want to tell the devs to, in another namespace right here, and I say, whatever, yo, and we put it here, and I have another class, and I come down and say, okay, let's copy this to clipboard. This, I bet, works. Yep, it totally works. It's because the name of the class starts with the name of the namespace, and somewhere we've got code that thinks that's somehow qualified. Now, this is an example where we find the dev, Rory, who did this, and we have a talk. That's what we do now. Looks like I forgot to remove that class there and bring it back over here. Okay, cool. Let's take this. Let's maybe rename this. So anyway, I'm going to rename this to card data. Okay. Looks like I may have lost Rory again. Let's see if he comes back.
Oh.
You back?
You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Maybe.
All right. So
seem to have a bit of a ropey connection here.
So now I'm going to say, here's my card data right here. I'm going to do a new instance on that card data, and I'm going to say card data dot load data on it. Load data, like that. We're going to declare this. Now we want to use. I want a reference to my Google helper. Is what I want to do. So let's add a reference to that. Excuse me. Google helper.
Mm-hmm.
So glad you're here, by the way, Rory. And I'm gonna miss you when you're gone because this is like, I feel like I'm like. Keep track of
the pieces you're doing are all good though.
I'm flying, throwing knives up.
You are, but they're all coming down, avoiding your hand. It's good.
Okay, so now I want to do a using here on Google Helper. Then I want to, in load data, I want to say Google Sheets dot get, I think, of deck. That's what I want. Get of deck. Like that, and I want to say all known decks is equal to that. Then I need to do, in deck, I need to go define the sheet that this is in. Oh,
yes.
You hear that, Rory? Look out! Fred, look out! Fred. It's a nice car. Screech Red, just coming in with that. All right. So we need to go back over to Google Sheets. Now I did kind of hard code some stuff in here to make this easier, and I'm about to do it again. So I'm sorry, guys. You're going to be like, if you don't like hard-coded stuff, you're going to be a little disappointed. Here's the stuff. I'm hard-coding.
Okay.
But you know what I'm going to do to make you a little happier, kids? I'm going to do this. Register spreadsheet ID. Yes. Sheet name. Yeah. Sheet name. And then sheet ID. Like that. I don't think this method already exists. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to go to call this, passing in sheet name and sheet ID. Whoops, not in quotes. That would be bad. Sheet ID. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to do this. So at least we've only got this one thing that's going on here. I'm going to make this public like that, register spreadsheet ID. Then we're going to come back over to our deck and we are going to create a static constructor here. And I'm going to go into my Google helper.google sheets and call register spreadsheet ID. So we're going to give it a name of the deck, and I'm going to call it my decks spreadsheet, and I got to give it an ID, which we don't have yet.
Okay.
My kids are off school and love seeing my fanfare. I had to show them. Oh, cool, Screech Rat. I love it. We've done good on this show, Rory. Finally, for once. We didn't get our comeuppance today. Okay, so let's go. Let's go into Google Sheets. Let's go out over in that space. Let's create a new sheet. And we're going to call this our decks. This is where we're going to store our data. What's going on here? I thought I typed it in. Decks. And we're going to call this sheet name, or should we call this D and D deck data. So this name is independent of the name I actually call it, but I think I'm going to keep them the same. So what I'm going to do inside of deck, so let's go remove type qualifier on that. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to say sheet name. And I'm going to pop that in there. And then I'm going to create another one called tab name. We're going to call it decks, I think, like that. Then we're going to need to, I can't declare a constant up here because that's what I really need right now. I guess I could create a class called constants. Can I do that? Let's see if I can do a static class called constants. And then in here, we're going to do a string called D&D deck data sheet name, something like that. We'll do this sheet name underscore, whoops, underscore. Wasabi Dev's out there with us. Wasabi, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Rory's helping us out, as usual, kicking some serious butt. Let's see if we can now replace this with that constant. Can we go in here and say constants? Sweet. Dot that. We're going to make this public. There it is right there. We don't need the static constructor. Okay. Let's throw that in its own file. Rory, you want to tell them what we're doing while I do a little cleanup?
Absolutely. So today we're starting down a new road. We're going to make a set of purchasable cards, multiple sets of purchasable cards for the Dragon Humpers channel. The idea being that to be able to give people a little way to donate a bit of cash, get a little benefit to the channel. There's some actors taking part in that channel who at the moment are not being paid, so kicking back a little something to them is quite a nice idea. So when you buy a pack of cards, you can imagine this is a bit like I don't know, a bit like almost Pokemon cards and things like that you see sort of in retailers. But we're going to run this through, what was the name of the site, Mark? that's going to help us out with this?
Streamloots is the name of the site.
Streamloot.
It's right over
And so
here.
we need to make a mechanism for creating these cards. These cards are going to have effects. So you're going to buy a little pack. You get 2, 3, however many are actually in the particular pack, and then you're going to be able to play these cards in the chat room and actively influence what's going on. So it might be that I think Mark gave an example of automatically fail your next dice roll kind of thing, or possibly exactly the reverse if you want to favour somebody, because there could be positive and negative effects. And we're currently building a card builder facility. You may have seen our previous sort of effect builder for spells and so forth. Well, this is going to let Mark piece together cards out of backgrounds and frames and adornments and color shifting and saturation. A lot of the effects you may have seen in other places, but creating combinations of cards that make them unique or special in some way. A bit like the sort of the shiny extra card that you sometimes get in one of those packs. We're going to drive all of this off data, as per usual, from the one and only true database of this show, which is Google Sheets. And hence Mark is now building a piece there to enable us to download data from this set of sheets, tabs and stuff that we're going to keep the information in, so that we can generate this as quickly as possible. And I think that's roughly what we're doing.
That was beautiful, Rory. Cool. I'm using this number here. I'm pretty sure it's this number showing up right here in the URL. So I'm using that right there as my sheet ID. And so we are now registering that. That now means that when I use sheet name and the tab attributes on a class, I can then load data up from there. So for example, I can come in here and I can say, I can give it some header columns, like for example, deck name, like that. And then, or maybe just call it name, like that. And then over here, I can create a property name, and then whatever's here will load up into it. So for example, if we just start here and we just say first test deck like this, and maybe should we do count? I don't know. Count. I'm not sure if I want to throw that in, but why not? I'll do it just for demo purposes, and we'll say 4 like that. So there are 4 cards in it, or maybe call it card count. Card count like that. And we come in here, we create an int property, AI, card count like that. The engine we wrote should fill this in. So with the line of code back over here, you know what? This main window is going to drive me crazy. Can I rename this? I've had problems in the past. I'm going to call this card maker main. Let's see if we get into trouble with that. If we can still run. Let's see. I'm creating a new one. I'm calling load data. In load data, I'm saying all known decks is equal to this. Let's set a breakpoint here and let's run it. See if that works. If it doesn't, I got no ideas. Oh, could not load file. Wait, or assembly. Can't find Google Sheets API. Inner exception. Sorry, there's a lot of noise here. Trying to see what pre-bind state information. Wait, what is happening?
Genesco 7, where are you? We need your help.
It says attempting download of new URL. Genesco 7, can you help us? Hey, Genesco 7, Genesco 7, I'm talking to you. Guy's busy. He's got to save the world.
Mark, is this because we have to authorize the application to interact with Google and Google's refusing?
Well, that's a really great idea, maybe, but we haven't even gotten to this line of... Oh, wait, we did. We did get that line of code. We did. Kids have abilities to redeem channel points now, starting to add that in. But it is saying it can't load the assembly. It does have the inner exception. Cannot load file or assembly. I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the fact that I don't know what's happening. I really don't.
The only other thing I can think of is, did we create the wrong type of project that's not allowed to reference the other thing that we created?
It shouldn't be. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be. I was thinking the same thing, but no, it's .NET Framework. Yeah, I don't know why I just danced there. It seems like kind of a sad time to dance on the show. I thought I referenced it, Coding Gorilla.
But does he mean directly reference the Google one, not just the one that references Google?
Oh. Is that true? That's it. That's exactly it. Hey. Sorry, guys. That was me really concentrating on this. That's exactly what it is. Thanks so much, guys, for getting me out of there fast. That's what I needed, chat. Coding Gorilla, my hero, saving the day again. All right. Browse Google APIs. Is that it? Wait, you know what I want to do? Not here. Four hours later, I'm still dancing. No code written. All right. Okay, I want to go to the solution. Manage NuGet packages for solution, so I can just grab the Google APIs. Looks like I got a couple of them here. And I want to install them over into our card maker. Go install. I wish I could do all of them. Oh, you know what? I can do this.
I think if you get the top level one, the highest level, the most sort of minimalistically named one, does it not rely on the others anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
Pull them across.
I think it might be the other way around. I think this one might be the one that that does it. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's start here. Yeah, getting some Google APIs off. Yeah, the other ones looks like that got them all, I think. Let's see. Yes. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Save everything and run. Please work. Please work. All right, here we go. Step. Okay, sign in. Let's get over here. In case there's any app isn't verified. Going to unsafe land. See edit, create, delete your spreadsheets. Allow. There we go. Allowing. Okay. D&D deck data not found. Spreadsheet IDs. There's only 4.
Did we add the new one?
The register call should have come in. Let's go figure out why that isn't happening. I thought it was going to happen. Oh, it's happening in my deck constructor. That's not where I need it. I don't want it here. I had a static here. We haven't created a deck yet, so it can't build itself. I could throw it here, or I think it's better to do a static constructor here. That's where I'm going to do it. So there's my registration. All right, let's do it again. Okay. Run, start. I love this, by the way. It's like, we received verification. You may now close this window. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go. Come on, give me something good. We got one back in our decks. We got one card. Its name is first test deck, and its card count is 4. See it, kids? Sweet.
Yep.
We call that sweet.
Excellent stuff.
In the business, that's known as sweet. All right, next.
So we can ship it, yeah?
Almost done. Almost done, Rory. Almost done. Hold on a second. I'm missing. Gotti. Okay, wait. Hold on.
Right. Well, given the level of success we've experienced, unfortunately, I have to drop out now. To be honest, the internet connection I've got here is absolutely dire, so I'm going to go and see what I can do about that.
All right, buddy. Take care. Have a good
All
day.
right.
And I'll
We'll
see you
see you
next
tomorrow, yeah?
next Tuesday. I'm taking
okay.
holidays here in the States, and I'm like, hey family, do you want me to stream or spend time with you guys? You know, I haven't showered in a few years. And they're like, spend time with us. And I'm like, okay. So I will be streaming on Friday, but you and I will be back
Okay.
next Tuesday, Rory, okay?
No problem, Mark. Well, I'll
All right,
see
buddy.
you then.
All right, buddy.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good one. Bye.
Did they say stream? Yeah. Good luck, Rory. Yeah, Kids Code on Friday. Stop by on Friday for fun. All right. All known decks is here. We've got our load data call that's working. Now what I want to do is I want to go find that list box, decks, and I want to say its item source is equal to all known decks, card data.all known decks. That's what I want to do next. And I want to run it. And I want to see if we see something in there. Cool. We see a deck in there. That's awesome. What's this thing down here? That's a button? Why is that so tiny? I want to rename this. I have no rename the file. Can I rename it? The window class is here. I just have it. It's going to be called main window forever. I'm going to go try and rename it, see if it breaks. Card maker. Let's run it. Make sure everything is connected and working. Nope. What? Why are we out here? Card maker main. Is the project file, is that my problem? App.xaml. I wonder if I had code in there that was, here it is, startup URA. Card maker.xaml. Let's see if that fixes it. Nice. Okay, that fixed it. All right. So now main window is up there. It says main window. The last thing I want to change is the window title. Card maker, like that. All right, cool. What's under decks? The button is empty. Add deck, like that. Let's make it functional. And then I'm going to say, I think I want something like this. Active deck is equal to card data dot add deck. That's what I think I want. So we'll declare a method in here. We're going to create a new deck. And our local deck, then we're going to say deck.name is equal to unnamed. Unnamed, is it like that? I think I can get rid of card count. I don't think I need card count. And I can go over into the spreadsheet similarly. I don't need card count here. Okay. Okay, so add deck is going to return a deck. We'll return it. I think I also want to override inside the deck. I want to override its toString, I think. and it's going to be return the name. I think that's what we're going to do. Active deck, I want to create a new property for that. And I think I want to expand the setter. And I want to come in here and I want to say select deck, and I want to pass in active deck to it. Now I want to go find it in the list box so it's selected. That's what I want to do. Let's declare that. And let's see. I think I'm going to say LB decks dot selected item is equal to deck. I think I just need to do that. So add deck should create a new deck. Let's run it. So add deck. It doesn't look good. Let's do that. Add deck. Oh, you know what? We're not adding it to the list. We're not adding it to the list. We got to come in here and we got to say all known decks dot add deck. Yeah. Is that Pudding? Good job, Pudding. Saving the day.
He's awesome.
Okay, add deck. Boom. Let's just run it. We should see. What? Still no? Let's try it one more time. Add deck. I may need to change it to, I need to change it to an observable collection, I think, is my problem. Okay. So I think that's my problem, is it's being a simple list isn't what I need. I need a something called an observable collection. Oops. I don't have an observable collection in my templates. I thought I did. Collection. Okay, all known decks. Shoot. That's not good. I guess I can do. Is there a conversion there to an observable collection? Maybe there's a. Maybe there's an add range. Well, I can, iterate through each one in these. New. Oh, sweet. Perfect. All right, now let's try it. Thanks, Coding Gorilla. As usual, thank you. All right, add deck. Run. There it is, unnamed. Sweet. And if I add another one, the new one I add should be named. And I shouldn't have done that. It should be selected, I mean. Yeah, so even if I have this selected and I do this, the latest one added is selected. Sweet. Okay, so there's my decks. I'm not saving. I don't have a save button yet, but maybe we should add that. Let's add a save menu item here. I think we can do it while we're running. This is kind of fun. So check this out. We're going to go up here. We're going to create a new status bar item. Nope, sorry, new menu item, rather. Wait, I don't want this here. I want something here. We're going to call this save. like this. And I need a different click on this, I think, is what I need. I don't like this menu item click. Well, I could keep it because I've already got this menu item click here, just to give me a breakpoint at least. Let's get a breakpoint going. So we should come over here, be able to see file save. What? Why don't I see a file save? Headers save. Maybe I can't change it using edit and continue. All right, let's kill the app. Easy enough to do that. All right, let's jump over here and we're going to call this the save menu item click. And then we're going to say Google helper.google sheets. No, we're not. We're going to say card data.save. And now we're going to go into, it's going to look something like this. There's going to be a save call inside of Google Sheets. Save changes, the object instances, that's what we're going to pass in. So we want to say all known decks, and we don't really need to filter any members. We're going to save everything out. And that should now save the data. So let's run that and verify that that's happening. We should see that written back to the spreadsheet. Okay, so we'll come in here, add a deck, file. Come on, no save? Is it hidden? Is that my problem? Yeah, it's hidden. Okay, try again. Okay, add a deck, unnamed file. Before we do that, save, let's switch out over here. Here's the spreadsheet. And now let's go file, save. We should see it. What's going on here? Server collection needs to specify the sheet name attribute. Hold on, let's look at the call stack. We got it to here, but I was expecting us to be in here because it was an object array, but it wasn't an array. That's why we're in trouble. Let's set the next statement to here. Nope. All right, fine. Let's just kill it. We'll come back. We want to do a toList call in our save call. Save changes, all known decks toList, and I think that'll work. All right, so again, there's our data there. Let's add a deck, unnamed, file, save. Seriously? How did we get here? My count is 2. What's my instance type? No, wait, we're here? How do we get in through here? toList. With the sheet name attribute on the all known decks property? Yeah, I don't think that's the problem. All known decks is an observable collection. I'm converting that to a list, which I think for some reason I have a foundational misunderstanding here, it seems like, of where the call is going to go. I'm expecting this save, the to-list call, to get into, to go directly to here, this call. But it's not. We're coming in through this one thinking it thinks it's a single instance, even though I'm passing in what appears to be a is that true or no? Because it was true last time. Am I conflating two problems or not? Yeah, it says list 1 needs to specify the sheet name attribute. That's not what I want. I'm hovering over, I'm also not liking that I'm hovering over this. Yeah, there we go. See, I'm coming from save changes right there. I shouldn't be getting into here. See what it's doing? It's creating an object array of that. Maybe because they're not an object array is my problem. Sorry, I said to list. It should be like to array. My bad. Okay, let's try that. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be like, you'll be seeing my head smoking. Okay. Okay, there's card maker. File. Save. Index fields must contain data. Index fields, what do we got? There's nothing. Get instance row. Get instance row index. All right, where are we coming from? What's our call stack? I got 2 rows coming back. First one has name in it. Second one has the first deck in it. Get instance row instances, index fields. I'm getting these. Get fields of the index or attribute. Oh, right. I remember. I need to say what field is going to be my indexer. I need at least one. I need that attribute on at least one field. That's what's going on. Add a channel points reward that allows us to pick specific features to be added to the current app you're building. No, that could be huge. Feature creep, no. That's a huge reward. And besides, you guys can say that all the time. I've never said no to you guys when the features have been great. I don't think I've ever said no to you guys. I need to stop watching insert bananable word here streams on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, for 1 million channel points. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? You get that for free on this show. Right? Bananable. Okay, so now I've got an indexer field. One more time. Sometimes this happens. You guys hear something? What? Who's that guy? I saw him that time. He won't sneak up on me. Whoa! Again. Wicked Blue Ninja just in time. Hey, Wicked Blue Ninja. I'm only at 10K. I got a ton way to go to get to 1 million. I wasn't sneaky at all this time. New card project. Okay, here we go. Add a deck, unnamed, file, save. Nothing? It didn't work? Why didn't it work? Got no errors at least. That part's good. Is it because I'm adding a new item? I may be needing to do a different call rather than updates. Save changes. Do I have an add item? I think I never added the ability to add items to this. All right, I think we're gonna take a slight distracting course here to add the ability to add items. Did everyone die in D&D and now we are playing a card game? No, we're adding cards to the D&D game. That's what we're doing right now. Give you a preview of that. Excuse me, where is it? We're creating a bunch of cards, about 1,000 cards that are going to look kind of like this. And they're going to be added into the D&D game, and viewers will be able to play those cards while we're playing the game. That's kind of where we're going with that. We should have clipped that. Wasabi Dev, yeah, you're right. Roy, got to give a great explanation. Okay, so I don't have the ability yet to add new entries. So I want to do that. Let's figure that out. But how do I know where to add them? I need to find the last column. I think the problem is here. Wait. Yeah, so this is the mod where the mod data goes out. Blue Ninja said, I would buy that game. Since it's an adult show, they're just going to sit on the table together and get drunk while reading cards together. Kind of like Cards Against Humanity. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm just trying to figure out. Save changes is actually for saving changes, not for adding new pieces. So my question is, how are we going to do this here? Where do we get... Here's where we get the sheet and the tab. We get the header row. We go through all the instances. We get the row index. I'm going to set a breakpoint here. And let's just kind of learn how this code is working. Card maker, file, save. Okay. What is this? Serializable fields has nothing in it. Serializable fields is up here. All right. We can only serialize that which is not an indexer. And we have no additional data in there that we're going to be saving. All right, I'm still kind of like, okay, let's... I think also... Yeah, hold on. Let's come back in here again. I want to say if row index is less than 0, then we're going to do a special thing. We need to add the row. We're going to call it add row, I think. And we're going to probably pass in serializable fields. I think we need the index fields as well. We need instance of I. And I think we need all rows. And why not the header row? Do we need the header row? I'm not sure about that, but I think we need those. Let's at least call it with that. Oops, I think I just jumped way over where I didn't want to be. Okay, let's declare that. All right. This is the instance we're going to add. And let's get to our breakpoint here. We're there. So this is the new item we're adding. All rows has a count of 2. That's sweet. It's got a count of 2. That's awesome. So that tells us where we need to put it. I think we need to some degree this. Column index. Where am I putting this? All rows. Existing value. Row index. Where's my row index? Is it set up above? It is. So I want to just say, I want to take this and extract this into update serializable. Can I extract it? Oh, I can't. It just took a long time. All right, so we're going to say, how you doing, baby?
I'm perfect. How are you?
You're perfect?
In every way.
Did you have a good day so far?
Oh, I'm so tired.
It's a very pretty mask. You want to come on screen and show everybody your face? There she is, kids. Right there. Karen Mangicotti. Okay, this is taking a long time to extract this method out.
Yeah, why is it taking so long
I don't
to
know.
extract?
Have you noticed like I'm smoking up?
What
You
is
notice all
going
this
on?
steam right up here?
Hot, baby. What is that?
That's people do that when I'm thinking real hard. They put that in. They run it from the chat room. Okay, I've never seen an extract method take this long.
Oh, I think that means you messed it up. Do you want me to give you my professional opinion?
Yeah, what should I do with this code?
Refactor it.
Okay.
It's,
Well,
it's
thanks. We didn't know what we were doing. Everybody was sitting here looking at each other, and you've come along and saved us.
You're welcome.
All right, this doesn't look good. I'm going to report a quick code rush issue here, just so our devs can look at this, see if this is code rush or not.
Code rush? Oh my god.
I don't think so. Code rush doesn't do extract method. Whoa, there we go. Okay, check it out. Roll back about 30 seconds. Extract method code refactoring provider has been disabled. Is this us? Is this Visual Studio? I think it's Visual Studio, but this part of the name sounds like it might be ours. I don't know. I'm going to say let's grab the stack trace from there. Let me copy that to the clipboard. Did I hit the button you issued? Yeah, I did. Data to attitude said I forked your bot and mostly installed it. Yeah, you probably were just, it was not easy because Macintosh. Also, if you're talking about the Mr. Announcer bot, you know, you're missing a whole bunch of assets. So there's that problem as well. Hold on a second. I want to go get, paste that to clipboard. Place that to clipboard. Close. I'm going to say enable, but that doesn't look good. I didn't like that. And let's close up. Wow, is the file locked? I'm hitting enter, nothing's happening. Yeah, no changes are happening. The file is totally locked up. I got an undo stack though. Extract method looks like it kind of worked, but it didn't. I'm gonna save the whole thing. I'm gonna have to make some other changes on it. Yeah, I'll fix that once I figure out the OAuth Twitch key thing. I also bought a subscription to Avanto Elements because I wanted it so I can get the assets. Okay. I will also say that a lot of those assets came from Envato Elements, but then were tweaked, like resized or, you know, backgrounds removed, things like that. So there's, you know, it's, you know, there's stuff that's there, but it is not a direct one-to-one mapping. But let me know, you know, if you have any questions or issues on that. The Twitch OAuth thing, you need to go get a key for your Twitch stream, and you need to put that in app settings.json. And you need to take that app settings.json and put it everywhere where the DLLs are built. So it's adding the key for your account. Yeah, I think you have, but you have to go get it, I think. If you haven't gotten it yet, you have to do that. Sorry, I need to wrap up this issue for the devs. The devs are still watching this. Let me go do that real quickly here. Issue extract method. I don't know if this is, like I said, I don't know if this is us or Visual Studio, but at least the devs can take a look. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's there. I'm going to close down Google Sheets, try to reopen it, see if that will get me the ability to edit the file. There it is. Okay, I've got it. Dare I try an extract method again? Maybe this time without it running. I'll kill everything so edit and continue is not going. Oh no, it did actually do it. Holy cow. It got the extract method even though it said there was a problem. Okay, that's cool. So this is going to be called update row. Update row is what that method's going to be called. And let's change this to an else here. Okay, so we've got, if a row doesn't exist, we add it. Otherwise, we update it. So add row, we need to go figure that out. And it's kind of going to look like this a little bit. Let's see if we can. My emote is gone. You can also always do this, right? You can do something like this in the chat room. And Fred's got you covered too, like that. Was not expecting to get stalled on this place here, so I got to give this some thought. Get serializable fields. I don't understand why it's coming back 0 on this with the instance piece on it. This should include. It should include the index field. I want to just make sure it does. Let's try running it and. I'm doing a save. Why are serializable fields 0? No public instance or get custom attribute T attribute. T attribute is what's the attribute coming in? Do I have to do it on every single one? I've got an indexer. Maybe I have to say column. See if that solves the problem. There we go. That solved it. So I do need to specify column on it. Okay. Okay, so add row and update row. Update row is here. Okay, so I need something like this to add it and then update it. It'd be neat if you could identify code smells. Are you talking about in Code Rush? What's a really easy, obvious code smell? Yeah, I'm. Let's talk about that. I'm definitely open to that. All right. So I think we need something like this. We need to do a get range. We need to find the column index and the row index. I'm going to say the column index is 0. Row index is going to be all rows.count, I think, plus 1. Body, value range body, major dimension is rows. The tab name. We need to pass the tab name in. Yeah, so interesting. So do we see God class in here? No. There's a God object. There's that kind of a thing, yeah. God class, large class is what they have here. All right. It's on my back burner, Dota. Yep. All right. I'm on it. Thinking about it. Okay. Back over here. I think I'm missing a ending closing brace there. Get value instance. I don't have member value, member info. I don't need that, I think. The spreadsheet ID, we need that passed in as well. And it looks like we need member info. How are we getting member info up here? Maybe we don't need member info. Actually, maybe just get index fields. I'm thinking about I've got two indexers. I've got a problem when I have two indexers on this, I think. If I only have one indexer, this isn't too much trouble. So I think my idea on add row, I think that's what I wanted the code to look like. So I'm going to add the row first, and I'm only going to write out the index fields. That's what I think I'm going to do. Yeah.
Is Molecule Drive?
No, I don't think so. You're really asking me in the middle of my show.
Well, it's the only time I can ask.
What's happening? What's the need? All right, maybe I'll stop the show and I'll drive you to Pots and Bowls, but give me about 20 minutes, okay? All right. This is my column index. The column index has to come from the index fields. I need to know what column we're on here. We're in. Column index here is calculated saying get column index. And I do need header row. Okay, so that's going to give me the column of the specified member info. Is this right or not? Do I have the wrong type? List of string? That looks correct. It just took a while to get rid of the squiggly underline. Okay. And so I'm going to write all the index fields out, and only the index fields. And I'm going to do them at the end of all rows dot count. I think that's going to do it. Hopefully that'll do it. Let's see what happens. We'll start it. Okay, add a deck, file, save. Okay, so we're in here. Column index is 0, all rows count. So range is A4. So all count is 2. Oh, that's interesting. So get range. Okay. So let's see if it puts it in the right one. There's 1. We should see a change to the spreadsheet now. Should have seen something here. Looks like also should have been A3 instead is what it looks like. I think this needs to be all rows.count. And then update row. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. Index was out of range. All rows. Row index. Oh, right, of course. Here. It's going to say row index is equal to add row. And then it's going to go into all rows. Is all rows problematic now? I think we have to modify all rows as well. Oh, shoot. All rows needs a list of objects to it. To make that work, I think we're going to have to go through all the properties of it and add it, is what I think we're going to have to do. I want to see the spreadsheet. Did anything change on it at all? Nothing changed in that call to update. Did I miss this? Looks like I missed that right there. Need to call to execute the request. Add instance. So we're going to have a problem with all rows until we implement that, but I expect from here to here, this to actually write a value out. So let's try that. What did I miss? Oh, it's the return value. I think we're changing that to that. Then we're going to return all rows.count is what I think we're going to do. -1. Let's reorder parameters here. Spreadsheet ID, that, header row, serializable fields, instance, tab name. Okay, cool. Let's try running that. Okay, add a deck. Bring up the spreadsheet. File, save. Okay, at this point we should see it in the spreadsheet. Where is it? Cool, so we got unnamed. Now we have to add instance to all rows. It's got name as the first row. The next one is here, first test deck. This is the data that's coming in. So this is a little tricky here. You know what I need? I just realized I need to pass in header row. Stop it a second. All rows, header row. Instance. Let's delete this from here. I like that the adding seems to be working now so far. I think we need one of the member info pieces on this as well, though. We need serializable fields. I think the member info, we need to pass that in. Because we need to use reflection to get the value and then stick it in the new row that we're adding. That's what we need to do. So I think it's going to look like this. So we create a new row. We need to go through the serializable fields. And I'm pretty sure these are in the right order, but maybe I'm wrong. I might have to come in here. Yeah, no, I don't think they are in the right order. Get column index from the header row, passing in the member info. That's going to tell us where we belong in this. I think I should work with an array instead. I can do this and pass in a number like that. Isn't that true or no? I have to say new. Like that. Is it going to work? That works. Okay, the count is going to be serializable fields dot count dot length, like that. There's my row. So down in here, I'm going to say row of column index is equal to. Then I need to go get my serializable field, my member info dot. Is there a get value? How are we getting the values down here in update row? Oh, interesting. That's a good bit of code to use. There's get value. We call get value to it there. Okay, so it's that piece right there. And it's that piece as well up there. All right, let's come back up. Extract guard class would be neat. I'm looking it up right now. I'm not familiar with it. I'm seeing extract class, but not extract guard class. Do you mean extract guard clause? Let me know. Let me know more about that. Give me a link if you've got something like that. Let's filter members. Yeah, I'm calling that like a guard clause. Guard statement more like, yeah, clause, C-L-A-U-S-E is what I'm saying. Is that what I'm thinking of that? You want to extract it or you want to create it, I think is what you want to do. Let me go check and see where filter members is showing up here. That's if it was a string. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, I don't want that actually. So that is equal to this, pass in the instance right there. Is that my code? That might be my code. Yeah, you could have a complicated if statement that could be broken out into a guard clause. Yeah. Yeah, what you can do, so like you're talking about like this, guard clause like this. So a lot of times what happens is it's the opposite of this, right? If you say this is not equal to null and that, and in the middle you've got an and then inside here, this whole rest of this is inside some braces like that. And what CodeRush can do for you if you're here is you hit the CodeRush key and you choose flatten conditional, and it'll just invert that logic and return early. So if that's kind of what you're talking about, you can do things like that. The older version of CodeRush, before we switched over to the Roslyn engine, had a feature that would add a guard clause, but I don't think we've converted that yet. We haven't brought that over yet. So, okay, yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. So yeah, I use that a lot for when I've got deeply nested ifs, conditionals. Okay, so let's see here. Add instance. We're going to say row is equal to this. Now that I've got my row, I'm going to go in and say all rows dot add. And I think I can't do just row. I think I'm going to have to say row dot. No, I can. Sweet. I think that's it. So just to review, here's what's happening. We've got an array of objects. We initialize it to the length of serializable fields. We go through each serializable field. We figure out the column index based on the name. This basically gives us a mapping of the name to the where it is in the spreadsheet, and then we set that value. And now I think there's a shot this is going to work. So cool. So there's add row. You get the row index back. That's going to then grow all rows so that the update row should complete it and work. That's what we're looking for here. The cool thing about this is we're now able to write values out, which we weren't able to before. We were only able to update. We were to write updated values, but we're not able to add new ones. That was a restriction in the engine we wrote. Okay, let's bring up the spreadsheet and add deck. Oh, we've got two of these now. I forgot. Oh, let's do a save. I think we may get an exception because I have two index fields that are exactly the same name. So let's see what happens, if it works or not. I'm just stepping through it. No errors yet. I'm just gonna hit run. Looks like it did it. Oh, you know why? It can't write two out because they both have the same name. These have got to have unique names in them here. That's what's going on there. Let's go fix that, and then we'll see the two written out. Because it's an index field, I can't have two instances. So let's create a field here called okay, let's run it. Okay, let's get the spreadsheet. All right, add deck, add deck, add deck, add deck, add deck, file save. And let's clear the breakpoint. We just want to see this working a little faster than all of that. All right. Looks like it did not overwrite where I had an edit out. Kind of interesting. Let's do a save again. Index was out of range. What's this? So, oh wait, I is 1. No, I is 0. The index is not. Oh, it must be over here. This row. What's my problem with this row? Where am I getting this row from? All rows a row index. Oh. Well, I said oh, but I don't understand it. Hold on. 3. Let's look at all rows again. There's my problem. 3's got nothing. Oh, was that the one I was editing? Let's run past this a second. Let's come back over here. Let's clear that data. Let's run the app. All right. File save. There they are. Okay, good. Add another one. Here's number 4. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to call that working. There was a problem because I was editing the piece that was being updated at the same time, and it didn't take the update that was programmatic. It instead took mine. I had an empty value where I'm supposed to have a value, so I'm going to call that an edge case issue, and I'm not going to worry or go after that. All right, so that's cool. So now we have the ability to save our decks. With that, I'm going to end the show because, you know, I got a family that wants to go out to lunch. So I'm going to go do that. Let's get a raid going for you guys now. Thanks for joining me. You know, sorry we couldn't get a little more done. I was hoping to do more stuff on that. Maybe there's a chance I'll be back later this afternoon. You never know. I'll send you over to Obother. Great for hardware, fun hardware stuff. Wait, Data Attitude, you need a copy of Code Rush? I'm gonna DM you afterwards. If you need see a Coding Gorilla. If you need a copy of Code Rush, use VS Code though. Oh, okay. Yeah, we've got some free plugins for VS Code. Yeah, Code Rush works in Visual Studio. VS Code, we've got a couple plugins. We're moving over there, kind of, you know, dipping our toes in the water over there. They're free. You can, or at least one right now, you can go get called Rush Nav. Let me go bring that up, show you that right there. There it is. So take a look at this. It's a navigation tool. It's absolutely free for Visual Studio Code. And if you ever work in Visual Studio, we got tools for you. See you, Wasabi. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate everybody's help. All right. Talk to you guys later.